My friend and I are going on a day trip. Thank goodness I do have a friend in St. Mary's. She's been very good to me over the years. I've known her since 2009 when I first showed up to the town. And we've kept in touch. And St. Mary's is not the only town that I do this homeless hermit thing in. I travel, I go to like St. Mary's is one of my places. I go a little bit in Jefferson County. I go to Clearfield, Du Bois, and Phillipsburg and those surrounding areas. It's about a 60-mile area. I go up to Johnsonburg as well. So this is basically the general area. We're going to cover a lot of the territory of the area that Noah Road walks. These roads and camps out along the way. We're going to, cover a lot of the area today. This area is south of St. Mary's. We're about maybe 10 miles south of St. Mary's right now. And this area is known as the Valley. We got Burndale and Scattertown and these little teeny tiny towns that are dotted along the way. And I just thought I would bring my few viewers along with me to see what it looks like in the area. This is a pretty good area. I mean, there's a reason that Noah Road ended up here. Noah Road is not just some guy who never really done much traveling in his life. I've just stayed in a local area. Noah Road is a guy that left home at 17, on the cusp of 18. Grew up in the Detroit metropolitan area, Michigan. And I started hitchhiking around the country during my 18th year. I went out to California, I went through Vegas, I went through Colorado, I held jobs for short periods of time, learned to panhandle and eat out of dumpsters along the way. I did that for about maybe 2 years, and then I started hanging out in hobo jungles, train yards and places like Spokane, Washington, Portland, Oregon, Vancouver, Washington, a lot of in Washington. That's where I kind of learned, this is a cute little place that we sometimes stop in. But anyways, in Washington, I kind of met and hung out with a lot of rail riders. And in the early 90s, I started riding ridden train all over the country. This is a beautiful scene. I really like this. It's one of the reasons why I'm filming. It could be a calendar. So I said all that so that I could say there's a reason why I ended up in this area. Because compared to every other area that I have been, and I've been just about everywhere in this nation, anywhere I can go. I mean, I've been to Alaska, been through British Columbia, Canada, hitchhiked through the Yukon. Out of all those areas that I've been, there's a reason I'm here. I've been coming to these areas, and, I'm the only person that's doing what I'm doing up, county anyway. I'm not saying that there ain't a few homeless people here and there, but I never see them because they're generally like couch surfers or something, They're locals, people that grew up there. It's clean. Even the cops aren't that bad to deal with. They're still human. When I walk these roads, although I think they're a tad on the narrow and dangerous side, I don't feel uncomfortable. I don't feel uncomfortable in the towns. If I, went to a bank and went to an ATM, I might give a quick little once over as far as people, but I don't fear and panic and worry. It's not a bad area. And the expenses are very low too. I mean, this place is, it's not a cultural center. It's not ahead of its time. It's not a place where you're going to find a bunch of rainbow family types or anything. And it's definitely a very red area, It's not liberal or nothing like that. plain mashed potatoes. If you're not expecting too much and you really just want to find a place to sink some roots and settle and find a place to live. If you have like an SSI check, a disability check or something like that, you can actually afford to live here. And if you're somebody who works, you know, you can definitely find yourself some work here and you can afford to live here, and it's safe and it's pretty stress-free. Compared to the rest of the country and the stuff that I'm seeing. And I don't care what anybody says about it. I mean, how woke do people want places to be? The more woke places are, the more the society looks like Santa Monica or Skid Row or along the American River in Sacramento and, you know, Portland, Oregon and Seattle. I mean, look at these places that are all blue and woke. It's garbage. This is a red area. Well, that's why there's no stress here. People can be what they want to be. It's just not celebrated if it's something weird. It's a good area. Just because things need to change a little bit doesn't mean that everything has to become crazy and weird. I love this area, and I think this area